Most people that don't love the Caribbean, they just don't know about it yet. So I feel like it's one of those things that you learn about and you can't help but love.
This culture is special because of the way it allows us to tap into this exuberant, ecstatic, almost spiritual level of joy.
I feel like it's more than just the costume. It's the culture. It's what it resembles. It's what it stands for. So I feel like in the Bay Area, I feel like we should come together as a community and continue to celebrate that and not lose the true meaning behind what Carnival is.
The Bay Area is well known for its diversity and inclusion of several cultural traditions and communities. The Caribbean diaspora is one of the many groups that thrives in this multicultural setting. Though scattered throughout the Bay, generations of Caribbean people have established their place in the region through food, music, and their own adaptations of festivities like Carnival.
My name is Annabelle Goodrich, also known as Chef Ann, and I own Cocoa Breeze Caribbean Restaurant. I've been in the Bay Area for a long time. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, San Fernando to be exact, and I'm left in 1978 and migrated to the USA. It's not easy, trust me. You know, going back home, everybody think, oh, it's easy. It's not. Sometimes I work from 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning until 11, 12 o'clock at night. But the thing I love is people. I love to feed people. I love to see people eat. And to know that immigrants could make a difference. We can make a difference. We work hard. Well, this is my second restaurant. This is not my first. My first restaurant, I had La Belle's, and that was good. I used to do a lot of promoting Trinidad culture. I brought up a lot of artists, dance groups, drummers. So my thing is the Bay Area don't know anything about Trinidad and the Caribbean at large.
Cocoa Breeze is like the Caribbean hub. So when we're coming to the Bay Area and people are visiting from all over, from San Francisco, from the South Bay, from different states, they come to Cocoa Breeze and they want to connect with the Afro-Caribbean diaspora. So we try and promote different events that are happening, whether it's a night event, whether it's a festival. We try and promote different dance classes. We try and promote anything that's connected to the culture. Because we want people to be able to connect and to be fully immersed in everything that is the Caribbean. We share the Caribbean culture by living it, by embodying it. We make sure when you come to our restaurant, you can smell it at the door. So you're gonna be hungry, you're gonna want something because you can smell it, you're gonna want something because you see it, you know, and we make sure that in every course, we're keeping those same values. We have people like driving past, they see the flag, they honking. We have people coming from New York and they just mocko in, they just wanna catch the vibe. Like if I see a Caribbean, I just wanna connect, you know? And I really love putting ourselves out there to be able to have those connections.
It means a lot. Sometimes we have events, like they have Caribbean Heritage Month in June. Probably passed that in 2004, Caribbean Heritage Month, and we celebrated. So I've been in this community so long, I know the movers and the shakers of this community. So I honor them, and we have the mayor present, and we have representative from Bradley comes in, and we have the community at large comes in. Not only we give awards to Trinidadians or Jamaicans or Guyanese or Grenadians, we give awards to people who contributed towards the Caribbean culture.
Carnival is not just about Carnival Day, it's Carnival season. So it's really about the events that are leading up to Carnival, that you really celebrate and connect with people, and that's what really gives you the vibe. So the Carnival pop-up was one of the events that we have. Our Caribbean American Heritage Awards is another event that we have. Hollywood Carnival, Oakland Carnival, San Francisco Carnival. There are a lot. So it's a really fun time. There's so many different types of events, like not just club events, but like really different daytime events, like that you can gauge the culture and enjoy. And what I love is fully immersive. So young people, old people, adults, kids, teens, young, black, old, white, it doesn't matter. Everybody comes together and just has a vibe, and they meet because of their mutual love of the soca music, their mutual love of the steel pan, the dance, the culture, the vibe.
And so Oakland Carnival, for those who don't know, is a one-day, family-friendly, free festival where folks can come to the park. There's 3 different stages. So there's Latin music, there's salsa, there's cumbia, there's reggaeton, there's wellness classes, there's yoga, there's dance instruction by some of the elders and the other pillars of the African diaspora community. Then we have our DJs, and you know, they're spinning soca, they're playing dancehall, they've got Afro beats going, and the idea is to create a safe space in Oakland to celebrate Carnival and to celebrate those cultures of joy and uplift. And the festival has performances from different Mas bands that are based in the Bay Area, different performance groups that participate. That experience of like integrating the different Carnival experiences, of bringing the Brazilian element as well as the Caribbean element. Carnival is celebrated all over the Caribbean, and although Trinidad is the mecca of the Caribbean experience, there's a diaspora, there's a wealth of communities that are here, and we want to honor and uplift and celebrate them too. So Oakland Carnival really works to prioritize and uplift the Caribbean experience of, you know, the bacchanal, not always in the negative way that we might perceive it, but the vibes, the energy, that essence of spontaneity in the experience of Caribbean culture. And so we definitely work to amplify Caribbean Mas groups, Caribbean organizers, Caribbean food vendors that are based in the Bay Area and especially in Oakland. It's important that we tie that space, that power, that strength that comes from this community, that comes from this space, to the expression of joy that comes through Carnival.
Being a Bay Area native, I've been adapted into the culture, or I should say adopted into the culture as a Bay Area native. I feel like it's my duty to keep the culture alive because it's not really here in the Bay. You'll go to other islands or other cities and it's more Caribbean influence. And so just having that opportunity to bring individuals together to celebrate Trinidad and Tobago and the surrounding islands and the Carnival, it just makes me feel great. Just the connections that are made, the opportunity to see people come together, free up with smiles on their face, looking and feeling good. I mean, it's something that I've done for many, many years and I plan to continue to do. So I basically was introduced to the Caribbean culture in Carnival through an after-school program in elementary school. I formed a group with my 2 best friends, Valencia Newton and Marissa Lyons, which was called Sisters with Style. Life happens, people, tend to do different things. And so I went ahead and to keep the culture alive, created Explosion Mass. This is our 2nd year taking out on the road. Even from the band launch tonight, I feel like the energy was great. Everybody came, had a good time. Their feedback in regards to the costume and just the party itself is really good. They're very welcoming. They came to see, what we want to do and what we have to offer. And I appreciate that the Caribbean community and those who aren't from the Caribbean from coming out and supporting us. I feel like people who are not from the Caribbean culture definitely contribute because they're helping spread it, they're helping keep it alive. And I just feel like when they do come as a first-time masquerader, they just mesh well. They fall right into place. Even if they're a little hesitant, them just being there is making me realize how much I'm helping to spread it. So it just spreads more and more and more. And I think it's really what's keeping it alive.
I found a home in Carnival culture, and particularly in Caribbean culture, and in that journey found this organization. Samba Funk was the first organization that kind of like took what I believed and what I held in my heart from my experience in Trinidad and articulated it, which then just like completely opened my mind and exposed me to Carnival in the Bay Area and Caribbean culture in the Bay Area. There are not a lot of spaces dedicated to Caribbean culture. And I think that that's an area where we could improve, but it's hard. And so I think that that would be a really powerful thing to see that grow, to know that there's a space specifically for the Afro-Indo-Caribbean experience here in the Bay. Oakland Carnival is in its 10th year, and our hope is to build a more sustainable model of development so that it becomes entrenched. If nothing else, the takeaway is that Oakland's culture is rich. There is a small but mighty Caribbean community here. And the reason why it belongs here and should grow is because the histories of emancipation, the histories of resilience, the histories of resisting imperial influence that runs deep and true to the historical origins of Carnival is absolutely what this place, what this city is about. And we desire and seek and aim to collaborate with people that understand the relationship with the two and want to see it grow.